And welcome back to the Hot Lap. Happy 1st of Advent, 25 days until Christmas. And to be fair, not that long until the 2026 season. But we are talking Kimi Antonelli and the absolute backlash of online abuse he's got since the Qatar Grand Prix, since apparently letting Lando Norris through. No, he didn't, did he? Did he helmet? Did he helmet? Now, I know, obviously, Helmet Marko, but let's be honest, let's get into this. Helmet Marko did say something a bit silly. Hey, free speech, I completely get it. I'm not really into cancelling people, but Helmet Marko, as we know, does say silly things. But it's the people that ended up posting online. Helmet did not make them do that. Posting online, we'll see some of them, not the extreme ones, but they're not very nice. They really aren't very nice. And poor Kimi Antonelli has been the subject of it. Mercedes will share the abusive messages, and this is just ridiculous, death threats with the FIA after Kimi Antonelli was targeted. Death threats. I mean, what on earth? It's absolutely ridiculous. You can see Kimi Antonelli turned his profile picture black after facing a barrage of online abuse after the Qatar Grand Prix. Nothing in sport warrants that kind of behaviour, especially towards somebody so young. Sending him our support. Yeah, I mean, there we go. It's just absolutely pathetic, anyone doing this. Absolutely, have strong opinions, have strong opinions maybe based up with facts, or be a lot of Formula 1, when you look at incidents, are subjective. But why do you have to get so personal? That's what I don't agree. Say, Kimi, you're a rubbish driver for doing that. Okay, fair enough. It's a bit harsh, but okay, yeah, absolutely. But then you don't have to start, there's like a line, isn't there, that goes, here we go, bro, what have you done? Wow, even after Austria, this is just some of the abuse he's had. WTF was that? Thank you for Austria and today. Great, mate. What? WTF? How much McLaren paid you? What was that, man? I mean, it's just not good. What are you... how did you let down the Italian thong? What the F are you doing, bro? What kind of message did you receive from the British? What did they promise? Nothing, I can assure you. Lost my respect. No sportsmanship. What? That one just all bizarre. How much did you get paid? Probably the same amount as he usually does, I imagine. Sold a lot. I imagine that's something to do with selling out. There's more. This is these are all in Italian, but this one here, die. I mean, what? Kimi is being harassed on Insta. This is from Out of Context, Peter Bonington. And the worst part, he's being harassed by some Italians. So basically, the people from the country he represents are harassing a 19-year-old child. If you are so fragile, stop watching F1. Absolutely. I mean, yeah, I don't quite understand what it means, but I imagine potentially they could be quite angry. And this one here. WTF are you doing, Kimi? I used to like you after today. You're not worth it anymore. Yes, that's going to absolutely ruin his day, I'm sure. And this one here, die. 3 words, D-I-E. Pathetic. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. It's just really pathetic. Now, this was Toto Wolf reacted to something that Helmet Marko said. Basically, Lando led him through, which was not the case. Even when you looked at the replay, it was clearly not the case. And Toto Wolf came out and saying, this is total, utter nonsense. That blows my mind even to hear that. How brainless can you be to even say something like this? Why would we even think about interfering in a driver's championship? You really need to check yourself. And that's obviously on claims that Antonelli let Norris pass, which we know he did not. Now, Red Bull, I'm not saying they were forced, but they brought out a team statement saying comments made before the end of and immediately after the Qatar Grand Prix. Now, that is in relation to both, funnily enough, Helmut Marko and Lambiase, Max Verstappen's race engineer, who basically suggested that Lando Norris Kimi Antonelli let Lando Norris through. So after the Qatar Grand Prix, suggesting that the Mercedes driver Kimi Antonelli had deliberately allowed Lando Norris to overtake him are clearly incorrect. Yes, they are. Replay footage shows Antonelli momentarily losing control of his car, thus allowing Norris to pass him. Obviously, the allowing, not really allowing it on purpose, but yeah. We sincerely regret that this has led to Kimi receiving online abuse. I think everyone does that, but it's the absolute trolls that end up typing on their keyboard. I mean, subjective stuff, absolutely. Get passionate, yes, it's Formula 1. We all know there's a line, doesn't we? Yeah, Red Bull regret abuse towards Kimi Antonelli. They were clearly incorrect. I mean, Red Bull have held their hands up. Which is obviously nice. I guess, they felt backed into a corner at this point with all the abuse that Kimi was getting. They kind of they had to do that, didn't they? They had to apologise. Now, this is Helmut Marko's apology. I'm putting it in inverted commas. He said, I've looked at the footage again very carefully. The first time, this is just ridiculous. Why even say this? The first time, Antonelli could have put up a bit more of a fight. The second time, it was a driving error and not intentional. I'm sorry that Antonelli got so much hate online. To make it perfectly clear, he didn't let Norris pass intentionally. He doesn't apologise for what he said, though, doesn't he? I'm sorry I said this. No. He's just sorry that Antonelli got so much hate online. This guy's a joke. I don't want him cancelled, but he's an absolute joke, in my opinion. I mean, you can't say sorry properly, and then you do a bit of a dig saying, could have put a bit more of a fight. Get a life. Absolutely. Helmut Marko, I mean, you know, and now obviously the dislike is going back on Helmut Marko. But it says here, and yeah, I mean, this is facts, sadly. Helmut Marko has been denigrating, making inappropriate comments, and yeah, being racist, Sergio Perez, towards several drivers, and nothing has ever been done to him. It's fine to look outward, but inwardly, you never see anything. And absolutely you don't. Not that I want him to lose his job, but I think they should get him to make an actual apology, a press conference, maybe, if he is going to apologise. I mean, you're allowed to have your opinion. And once again, his opinion, clearly, when you looked at the evidence, was wrong. But that wasn't really an apology, was it? No, it absolutely wasn't. Here's the main story from Motorsport, from motorsport.com. Helmut Marko apologises. Once again, yeah, that was in the loosest term, as Kimi Antonelli comments caused flood of online abuse. Yeah, and even Verstappen's race engineer said it looked like Antonelli had let Norris through. And after the race, Red Bull Helmut Marko said it was, oh, it's so obvious. Norris had been waved by. The comments trigger a torrent of social media abuse towards the 18, is he 19 now? Who turned his Instagram picture to black. As we know, Marko has now backtracked, and he's not really apologised. And it wasn't vitriol, but there we go. I took another closer look at the footage. I'm not even going to say that. To clarify once again, he didn't let Norris pass on purpose. I'm sorry that he got so much flack online. It's kind of like, I'm sorry for offending you, but I'm not apologising for the comment. No. It's almost like, I mean, it's kind of like he got made to say that. He got made by Red Bull head office to say that apology. Kind of like when you get made to apologise to your siblings, or when you're at school, someone in your classroom that you're not really a fan of, but you get made to apologise for them. And it's not really an apology, is it? It's kind of like a forced thing, which is exactly what happened, what I think Helmut Marko is showing. Red Bull has issued a statement on Monday in response to the backlash, which we've already seen. We've talked about the replay footage, but this one here, shocked me a bit. Motorsport.com understands Mercedes community management tools flagged over 1,100 severe or suspect comments across Antonelli's social media accounts. That included death threats. And another 330 similarly abusive comments on the team's account. Mercedes said it would present those numbers and comments to the FIA, which has made tackling social media vitriol a priority through its United Against Online Abuse campaign. The FIA has been contacted for comment. What's interesting is, I think especially the people that say die, find out, I mean, I think you find out who they are and you say we do not want you at any Formula 1 events. Not that, I guess that's the most they can do. You're cancelled from getting any tickets. Have like a banned people. Toto Wolf slammed Marko's initial comments on Sunday night, saying, bless him, Helmut, this is total utter nonsense that blows my mind even to hear that we're fighting for P2 in the championship, which is important for us. Kimi's fighting for a potential P3 in the race. He says, I mean, how brainless can you be to even say something like this? And it annoys me because I'm annoyed with the race itself, how it went. I'm annoyed with the mistake at the end. I'm annoyed with other mistakes. And then hearing such nonsense blows my mind. And Toto said he spoke to GP. GP kind of like apologised, saying he didn't see the situation. I'm sorry, sorry if I caused that in relation to the media storm with the online abuse. But there we go. But here we go. There is our hero, Kimi Antonelli, who we've given him driver of the race a few times. Not obviously the most recent one. But he didn't do too bad, did he? Anyway, if you made it to the end, please give us a subscribe. But until then, please, we'll speak to you soon. With the next big video we're going to do will be our finale preview, our Abu Dhabi preview. So stay tuned for that. Speak to you soon. And above all else, stay safe.